Good morning, children. So today, once again, we will read this lesson and I will explain you the summary. Okay. So now let's start. Dhani and Gokul climbed up the tallest peepal tree. It was the best spot for a long distance view. They could see the rough village track for miles as it snacked away. Snacked away means stretched ahead in long, twisted curves. Beyond the huddle of mud thatch huts. Huddle means a small group of people that are close together. And mud thatch means having a roof made of dried grass. To run along the Sabarmati river. This morning, the river lay glistening. Glistening means shining in the early morning light. No one knew when the procession would come. Procession means a number of people that move slowly in line as part of a ceremony, means parade. Okay. So the two boys had come prepared for a long wait. They were carrying a small cloth bundle of chapatis and a couple of bananas. So Dhani turned to his friend and asked, "How will we know when Bapu is coming? Will there be someone beating a drum, listening and dancing?" So the Gokul grinned. Grin means to give a broad smile and shook his head. "What do you think? This is a Nautanki show." The village had been talking of nothing else but the march for days. From what I can understand, Gokul began. "Bapu will go to the seaside and make salt." "Salt? Why salt?" Dhani asked to Gokul. Astonished means in a great surprise, he asked to the Gokul. Burning English goods wearing khadi, that made sense. Why walk for days and then instead of a big and exciting bonfire of foreign goods make salt? Bonfire means a large open air fire used for burning rubbish or as part of a celebration. Okay. So do you know all Indians have to pay a salt tax to the British government? Gokul asked Dhani. Even the poorest peasant means a farmer, okay, has to pay the tax. Bapu is protesting because he thinks it is a very unfair tax. Protesting means to say something firmly, especially when others do not believe you. By law, we are not allowed to make salt. We have to buy it from the government. So he will defy. Defy means to refuse to obey. Okay. So he will defy the law and make salt himself. People all over the country will break the law at the same time by making salt. Wow. Dhani grinned, means Dhani smiled. He's clever, isn't he, our Bapu? The two of them leaned back against the friendly trunk of the tree. The leaves and branches shivered. Shivered means to shake slightly. And the soft breeze made Dhani sleepy. Any idea when they will be here? He yawned. Yawn means to open your mouth wide and breathe in deeply. Bapu said they planned to start early this morning. Usually it's only a few hours walk from the Sabarmati ashram. Then he should be here any time now, Dhani said excitedly, means happily. They squinted. Squinted means looked with partly closed eyes to see clearly. They squinted eagerly down the road and together yelled. Yelled means to shout very loudly. "They are coming! They are coming!" The procession looked like a moving white stream flowing towards them. The boys sat up and the villagers under the tree got to their feet. craning their necks. Craning means to stretch. Okay. The white river kept coming closer, leading the way at the brisk pace means quick, energetic, and active. Was a thin figure clad means uh, dressed in a short white khadi dhoti and white and with a large khadi shawl wrapped over his torso. Torso means the trunk of the human body. He strode down. Strode means march. Okay, he marches down the road leaning against a tall walking stick. Dhani stared at the small, grinned, fatherly face. The vault had the round spectacles, the watch swinging at his waist, and thought in triumph. Triumph means a great success or victory. Ah, so this is Bapu. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Bapu was also the Mahatma or the great soul. So he looked like a benign grandfather. Benign means kind and gentle. Someone who should be sitting on a charpoy in the village square under a shady tree. Instead, he was leading the long march to freedom. He walked steadily, means gradually, and busy talking to the people beside him. Once in a while, someone would run up to garland him and he would smile gently. Another would reach down to touch his feet and he would raise a hand in blessing. So the Mahatma Gandhi was giving the people blessings, those who are coming to touch his feet. But he did not stop for a moment. Walking with a surprising speed for a man who looked so frail, means weak. People joined the march from both sides of the road and the white river kept getting longer and longer. Men, women and children all were going to make salt. By now the boys were hanging out of the tree. Gandhiji